washer dryer. Love you too. So here's the studio with all of the main furniture in. It took us a while to figure out how we wanted to put all of the IKEA furniture in here, but we figured that this was probably the best positioning for it. Still need to figure out where we're going to put the stamping desk and the packing desk. There's kind of this little corner area in the entrance that we think the packing station would fit in pretty nicely, because I want to utilize these walls and hang, like, you know, all the things that we have ready to go and ship, like keychains and earrings and whatnot, kind of like an inventory wall, so it's easy to grab and go. And then probably put the stamping desk on this wall. I do want to have the wall be as spacious as possible, since this side of the office is like filled up completely. Since we have some windows with natural light, it's later in the day, we do get sunlight coming in here, but I do want to have a few plants in the studio. I tried to have plants in my last one and they would all die because it was north facing and we didn't get any sunlight. And these shelves here, I had one billy before and now there's two, so I don't think I'm gonna be filling them up completely. So I do think I want to put like some plants on that billy right there. So yeah, welcome to the new studio. You can see I get a lot of natural light now, so you can actually see me. It's about 4 p.m. right now and it's still this bright in here, so I'm really excited for that. This is gonna be my working desk, just to do admin and computer stuff, editing. There's a little squeak on this part of the floor, so I'm gonna have to learn to avoid that when I'm doing videos. Got the closet over here, still empty. I'm gonna try to take my time filling up all of the drawers and the shelves and kind of, you know, with the placement of everything, just because I want it to be done right. I'm not really in a hurry to get going. I'm doing my first shop update on January 22nd, so I really want to take this next week to put everything in its place and just have it as organized as possible, because the last studio, my business expanded so much and I ordered so much more supplies that everything was just getting kind of stuffed in there and it was just super disorganized and really stressful to work in. But let me show you the room where everything's hiding. It's literally right next door. So you walk out and that's where everything's hiding. We're just gonna try to take our time. So I've started cleaning and putting stuff away, but I'm honestly really struggling trying to figure out where I want everything to go. And one of the main issues is that I can't find the bag that I put like all of the screws for this packing table. And I feel like I've looked in every box, and I know it was one of the last boxes we packed because it was one of the last things we disassembled because we didn't realize we had to disassemble it to get it through the door. So I don't know. I'm getting so stressed out. Like, I do not do well with having to like completely change my work environment. Like, I'm excited to get everything like in the most functional way possible and make it an improvement from the last studio, but it's just like when you're stuck doing stuff the same way for so long, it's like you kind of wish you could get that back. But I don't know, I just feel like making stuff. Like, I haven't made anything in like a month and I really miss making, and I think maybe the best way to figure out where I want to put everything is to just like have the glow forge and the heat press and the stamping machine where I want them. So maybe just like start working and then I'll figure out the flow in here and where I want to put the stuff. So I feel like it's kind of backwards, but I don't know, I'll just grab stuff from the other room as I need it and find a spot for it. I don't know, I just want to get to working. I don't know if that makes any sense. This is much harder than I anticipated. Did I do a good job? I just need to find the two little bottom back parts because this one was the one that we already had. Not too shabby though. Right, bud? Pretty good? He just picked up a mini fridge for Nick's office because he wants his drinks right in his office because downstairs is too far. And I'm drinking coffee from Lamplighter. That's like our new favorite coffee spot. I had a vegan sandwich called the Slammer, which is like vegan pork cream cheese on an everything bagel, which I think is from Nate's Bagels in Richmond, and those are really good. And I'm about to go to Plant Bar to get some plants for the studio.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. Doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on.
Got my coffee. Nick got his mini fridge. Where am I pointing? He got his mini fridge from Facebook Marketplace. And there are my plant babies. Hey guys, so it's been a couple days. I actually recorded some footage a couple days ago, the same day that I got some plants for the office, but I was kind of all over the place and really stressed because, you know, just trying to find everything that you need and going through a bunch of boxes, like trying to find one thing because you forgot to mark that box like more specifically. So that's basically been my whole week, like just struggling to find everything. Like this packing station that I haven't got set up in over a week, and that's one of the main things that I need to put all of my shipping supplies on, and like the label printer and the business cards and thank you cards and, you know, all the stuff that I usually need to pack. So that's been really stressful. Plus I wanted to see if this was even a good spot to put it, but at this point I'm just gonna make it work. But finally this morning we found the bag that has the screws for them. So I'm finally gonna get to build that, and that'll help me bring in a lot of the crap that's in the other room that I've been like slowly bringing in here. And since I was so stressed out, like my go-to therapy is just making stuff. So I started making stuff. If you follow me on Instagram at pottymouthjewelry, then you'll have seen these things. But I'm doing a launch this Friday at noon. Or I guess when you're watching this vlog, it'll have been yesterday. But I'm doing like a few Valentine's themed stuff. These will be mirrored, so I'll just show like B-roll of it facing the right way. These are just kind of like little anti-Valentine's Day earrings. I just thought they would be funny. So one is like, you know, screw Valentine's Day, like who cares? And then the other one's like, I don't really need anybody, I love me, and you know, that's all that matters. And then since you guys liked the acrylic dangles for like the moon phase and the snowflakes so much, I decided to start adding words to them. And it's kind of like the look of the keychains, but instead of being horizontal, they're vertical. And I don't really know why I haven't done this before, so I'm excited for those. Let me flip this. I took some pictures of some bracelets that I'm gonna have available for the update, so that's why I have all of these like minty and purple backgrounds, because I was using it as backgrounds for pictures. Those are the earrings facing the right way. And since I have a dedicated heat press area now, it's a lot easier to actually start heat pressing stuff. So I made this tote right here, F negativity. And this is based off of a sticker design that is coming to the shop soon, but I really want to start putting all of those sticker designs like on actual items, like on keychains and totes and mugs, just so that I'm making the most of those designs. I wanted to thank everyone who watched the moving vlog last week and congratulated us and commented, and I just wanted to respond to a comment or a suggestion that I got pretty frequently, and it was to turn the family room downstairs into a studio. And Nick and I thought about that when we first saw this space, but then we realized that it's the first room that you see when you go into the house, so it can get pretty cluttered in there, so I don't really want that to be the first thing that people see when they come into our home. Also, we can't install any doors, so we can't create that barrier, and also we like having the dogs downstairs rather than upstairs. And I don't mind having the dogs in the studio every once in a while, but they do like get into things that I don't want them to get into, and if little things fall on the floor like jump rings when I'm making jewelry, or little like wood cutouts from the Glowforge or whatnot, I don't know, a bunch of stuff ends up on the floor throughout the course of a day, and Chico likes munching on everything. Like he'll just walk around like a vacuum and eat everything, so I don't want him to eat anything that he's not supposed to. And one of the biggest reasons is that family room is obviously on the ground level, but it's also facing the front of the house, and the houses are pretty close in this community and the road's pretty narrow, so there would be no privacy. Like, all of the neighbors could see in if I like open the blinds like this so that I can get some natural light in, and they would be able to see all of my equipment. They would be able to see me while I'm recording videos, and I also vent the Glowforge out of the window, so that would attract a lot of attention. And I just don't want to have so many valuables like on the ground level facing the front of the house, and I just want to make sure that all of my stuff is safe and that I'm safe, so I just feel a lot better upstairs. And since Nick has his office upstairs too, that means that upstairs, like this part of the house, can just be solely for work. And then when we go downstairs, we have like that separation. Like, we know when we go downstairs, it's just to enjoy time with each other, enjoy time with the dogs, cook, go outside. And we both work from home, and we've been working from home for a really long time. So it's hard to kind of get out of the working mode, and I'm sure a lot of people that work from home struggle with this. So I'm really excited to just, you know, keep everything upstairs behind closed doors once we're done working, and, you know, go downstairs and relax. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I don't want anyone to act like I'm ignoring the suggestions, because that was a totally valid suggestion. I mean, it's a great size room, so I would have loved to be able to have my studio in there, but it would have been perfect if it was just like facing the back of the house, and I would have had a lot more privacy, and maybe just if I could close it up so that the dogs couldn't go in there. Okay, now back to more fun stuff. I'm gonna go set up this packing table right now and start putting all of the packing stuff on it, and hopefully it turns out to be a pretty good spot for it because the rest of the walls are full. Creeping. Hey, buddy. Where's your bud? We did it. Now time to see if it fits. Flip it. This was on the packing station before, so I got checked. What did I have in here before? Sticker paper and stuff. So just organize all my stickers again. Thank you cards. I need to make new potty mouth thank you cards because I think I put the Etsy website on it, and I'm gonna be on my own website now. One thing I'm gonna miss about being away from the Woodbridge area is not having IKEA right next to me, but I was able to find some more of these hooks so that I can put inventory like keychains, and I'll probably start putting like holes in my earring cards and necklace cards so then I can hook them on here too, just so that whenever stuff's ready I'll just hook it up on there. But IKEA was sold out of these for so long. Like, no joke, we went to IKEA about 5 times and they never had them in stock, but luckily the last time we went they had some, so I grabbed like all of them. It's probably because of people like me that they're always out. Not really sure how close I want them. I have to do a pattern. I bought this for a roll of something, and I can't remember what it was. Whatever, we'll figure it out. I got this one for tapes though. I'm excited for this one. I'm just putting them wherever. I'll figure out how I'm gonna use them later. Okay, I've been multitasking like crazy since I need to prepare for this update coming up. After kind of setting up this area, I took apart all of the eucalyptus I bought so that I could take a picture of the new tote. So I made a mess over there with that and took some photos, and the photo was really bad. Like, if you can't tell, I like using this minty and purple paper, but they're all like 8.5 by 11 sheets. I need to find larger paper that's this similar color, but for the time being I just put several sheets behind the tote, so in the photo you can see like all of the lines where each sheet ends and starts, and then it wasn't big enough to cover the entire image that I took. So let me show you on my computer what the result was after I photoshopped it, because I had to spend a really long time photoshopping it. So this is what it looked like before, and it was pretty dull too, and that's what it looks like after. So I think that turned out pretty good. And if you didn't see that Q&A where I talked about like how I started my small business, I mentioned that one of my jobs I was kind of a product photographer for a company that didn't want to invest in cameras, didn't want to invest in lighting, didn't want to invest in props. So I used my phone and took all of the company photos with my phone, and I got really good at editing those products. It was like makeup products, so they had to look like all pristine and really white and clean backgrounds and well lit. So my boss was really good at Photoshop, so that's how I learned how to make really crappy photos look pretty good. And to this day I still use my phone for all my product photography. Like, I have not invested in a real camera, and I don't know, it's been working for now. Maybe one day I'll get a good camera. So the reason I keep switching back and forth from like setting up the studio and then making products and taking pictures is just so that I'm not overwhelmed towards the end of this week trying to make stuff and take photos and edit everything all at once, because editing photos and creating listings always takes forever. So every day I'm trying to add like a few items to the new website. So let me show you what it's looking like so far. So here's the home page. It shows shop update January 22nd. I made a little banner before we moved, and I created the shop categories. These were old photos, but I just took this one. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen that one. And then if you go under shop, These are all the categories. I don't know if I'll be able to make products for every single category, but you can go to shop all on update day if you just want to see everything. But these are the items that I've taken pictures of and edited so far. I just want everything to be squares and have this purple and mint background just so it's really consistent. Unfortunately, the tote can't really be a square. I'm going to cut off the handles. I might cut it off, but I don't know. I like being able to see the entire tote. But yeah, you can go to stickers. Everything says sold out now since I'm not doing the update until Friday. And bracelets. I'm like categorizing the bracelets depending on the swear word that's on them. So like this one's F word bracelets, and then you can pick which F word bracelet you want. Then I'll have the acrylic earrings here. I've got the new earrings that I showed you earlier. I don't think I took any pictures of what studs, necklaces, or keychains yet. But here's the tote bag. So yeah, this is how it's looking so far. Hopefully it's pretty easy to shop for you guys. I also created an FAQ page if you guys have any questions. But yeah, this is my first time selling on my own Potty Mouth website. I have a website for Peas and Love Shopify, so I'm used to using Shopify and like selling on my own platform. But Potty Mouth has kind of become like my main shop, and I've always sold on Etsy for Potty Mouth, so I'm kind of scared. Like, I hope I'm not setting myself up for failure, because with Potty Mouth I was used to getting orders every single day and they were all made to order, and I would get a good amount of orders, like half my own customers and half from just people looking around on Etsy. But I'm hoping that switching to update based, it'll help more people show up for the updates and kind of create more urgency for people to buy stuff. And everything in an update, I'm trying to make it so that it's already made and ready to ship, so then people don't have to wait like an entire week to get their stuff. So hopefully that's more of an incentive to buy, because I know there's probably a lot of people that want to buy and get something as quickly as possible, so when they see a longer turnaround, they're less likely to buy. But I don't know, I just really wanted to do this so that I can manage YouTube and possibly start a Patreon and still be able to make stuff and sell items. But I don't want to be like slaving away at Etsy orders every single day of my life, because that's what 2020 felt like. Like, it got to the point where I just worked all the time and always made orders every single day, and life just didn't get fun, and I was trying to manage that in YouTube, and it was really hard to do like the weekly vlogs on YouTube. So I'm just trying to create balance, but still be able to grow and support myself, because obviously you still want to make more money, but it's scary and it's stressful. So I'm really hoping that this first update goes well, because if I'm not able to sell as much as I need to be able to pay my monthly expenses, then I might have to open Etsy again. But hopefully it doesn't get to that, because I do really want to change how I do things to make life better. Okay, enough of the stressful stuff, but since we were in a new city, I had to close out my P.O. box for our last apartment. And I already went on the USPS website and I reserved a P.O. box, but I just need to fill out the forms and go to the post office and see where my new P.O. box is and what the number is, so then I can change the return address on my new websites and the Peas and Love Etsy. So if you guys get your stuff returned to sender, it actually gets to me. So I guess I'll take you to the post office with me. Did you miss us for the 10 minutes we were gone? Yeah.